A few months ago, we got rid of our 2014 BMW 428i and got this, our 2006 $900 Infiniti G35x. And when we bought Igor the Infiniti here, it had two advantages: no car payment and cheap insurance, and it's kept that up pretty well. Other than that, we lost a ton of features when we bought the Infiniti, and now that we've lived and daily driven the hoopty Infiniti for 6 months, here are all the luxury features that I miss from the 4 Series that we lost buying a beater. First and foremost, the thing I miss the most about a luxury car is convenience. Luxury cars take care of you, and they take care of you in a lot of ways that you don't even think about until they're gone. From automatic sensing windshield wipers, to the radio station volume resetting when you turn the car off and turn it back on the next morning, to even little stuff like automatic headlights that actually work well. You have so many features in a luxury car that you don't even think about until they're gone. Even things like heated and cooled seats. You get used to them, and then they're gone, and you're like, why? Where'd they go? For example, I love going on late night drives, turning the music up really loud, dancing like a fool, and cruising down some back roads. And while the 4 Series made that experience really, really good, it wasn't something I was gonna give up in our beater Infiniti. So with that, I'm going on my late night drives, blaring the music at 32, and then next thing you know, I pull up into the driveway, shut the car off, and go inside. After a night's rest, I come back outside, turn the car on, and oh my God, the Infiniti's bursting my eardrums because it doesn't know how to reset the radio volume to a sensible volume like the 4 Series, like the Range Rover, like the BMW, like Mercedes do. It's a small feature, and you might think, Nick, you're nitpicking, and I am, that's what this video is about. But it's still something that I miss in the Infiniti. Now, convenience isn't the only thing you'll miss out on with your beater that you have with your luxury car. One thing I miss is actually looking at my car and being proud to have it. Now, I know this is subjective, and some people may disagree with me here, but I'm a car guy, okay? I like to walk out every morning and see in the driveway a car that I'm proud to get in, a car that I'm proud to drive. And with the 4 Series, I had that. When the Range Rover, when I have that, it's incredible to walk outside and see it. The 7 Series, even with its messed up paint, check out the eye for more information on that. I loved looking at it every morning. However, when I see the Infiniti when I walk out, I just turn around and walk back inside because it is not something you ever want to drive. And when you do decide to drive it, it's like it doesn't want you to do that. It sounds like a weed eater when you start it up. Like, check this out. See, that's what I'm talking about, okay? This is not something that you're proud to drive. That's okay though, it saves us a lot of money. And that's the thing, you have to weigh your options here, but overall, actually being proud of the car that I drive, actually wanting to drive it, wanting to take care of it, looking forward to driving it, that's something I miss about my luxury car that you'll never get out of a beater 2006 Infiniti, or really any average car in my opinion. And moving on from there, let's talk about driving experience. You see, luxury cars are good at what they do. They're good at different things, but like the Range Rover is by far the best 4x4 by far. The Mercedes S-Class is a pillowy, incredible car that can rip your face off on a highway. The BMW 4 Series was an incredible car that could zip around corners and have fun, and you could push it to its limit. The Infiniti gets you from point A to point B. And it's not just the Infiniti. You see, the Infiniti drives a lot like my old 2006 Toyota Corolla. And oh, that 2006 Toyota Corolla drives a lot like Patrick's 2003 Honda Accord. You see, normal cars all drive the same. Very similarly, they get you from point A to point B. There's nothing that wakes you up about it, that invigorates you about it. The Corolla didn't scream like a dying bear when it started up, but it still drove the same as the Infiniti. And you see, that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing. This Infiniti is just like every other car of that generation that came from Japan. They all drive the same. There's nothing special about them. However, a BMW drives different from a Mercedes, that drives different from a Jaguar, and that is the thing about driving experience. Luxury cars have it figured out. Average cars don't. And now I can hear the comments. My Tahoe has an incredible driving experience, and to that I say this. Go test drive a Ford Explorer, and you'll notice that drives very similar to your Tahoe. Then go test drive a Range Rover, and you'll see that, no, the Range Rover drives 10 times better. And that's because luxury cars have a good driving experience, and average cars, they simply don't. And from there, there's one more thing left in this rant, and that is the interior quality of luxury cars versus average cars, even the Japanese luxury cars from this era. Lexus is pretty good now in comparison to Infiniti, but nevertheless, a 2006 luxury car has great leather on the interior. It has real woods, it has metals, and the Infiniti has wood veneer, leather that, well, it's kind of like plastic, I would say, and overall just it's not great. That's the thing. Quality of materials is something you get in luxury cars, whether it's a BMW 3 Series, a BMW 7 Series, a Land Rover, an S-Class, a Jaguar XJ. It doesn't matter what luxury car you pick, you can pretty much bet that the interiors of those cars are going to be high quality, they're going to have good materials, and they're going to fit together well. That is, except for the Land Rover. The Land Rover might not fit together well, but it's still going to have a great quality, and that's for sure.
Screw you.
My point still stands though. You get 10 times better fit, finish, material quality in a Land Rover, in a Jaguar, in a Mercedes, in a BMW, or even in an Alfa than you do in a Infiniti, a Toyota, or any other average car. When I would step into the 4 Series, it was a well put together, sporty luxury paradise. When I step into the Infiniti, I'm afraid my foot's going to go through the 4. Nevertheless though, those are all of the things that I miss about luxury cars. And if you're thinking about getting rid of your luxury car, if it's a financial decision and you're going to be in a much better financial place in doing so, do it. That's why we got this car. But you'll also be ranting about these features in a few months, and you'll be back in a luxury car pretty soon, just like I will be. However, I haven't had to give it all up. We do have a beautiful 2011 Range Rover that really is the best 4x4 by far. I'll see you next week in a video. Thank you all so much for watching. Give this one a thumbs up and subscribe. Not all of the videos are rants, just some of them.